And finally, the Business of the Year award goes to Manka Inc., given for the successful completion and exemplary implementation of the ALX Business Program. Manka Inc. first joined ALX in 2021, right in the middle of the pandemic, and since then has been part of incredible growth, transformation, and resilience. So huge congratulations to Manka Inc. in accepting the awards. Where's Sergio Espinosa? Is he? Hello? Yeah. It's great. Sergio, of course, is owner and president of Manka Inc. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure to accept this award. I was told that I only had 2 minutes, and I already see the sign over there, but a few people took a little less time because I think this is a really monumental moment for not only myself, but my team, who I really want to thank. My team is here. Not everyone is able to be here because, of course, today happened to be the day we have 3 events happening, one with the Latino Architectural Organization, and as well as another one in Worcester to help businesses who are going to be going through the wholesale process. But I did want to tell you guys a little bit of who I am and who the company is, because many of you are probably saying, like, well, who is Sergio, right? I am an immigrant from Peru, came here in 91, and we were, thank you. We arrived to Hartford, Connecticut, eventually came here to Boston, went back to Hartford. I ended up going to school in Rhode Island, Johnson & Wales, did culinary arts, food service management. Eventually, when I came back here to Boston, I managed restaurants for 10 years. I had the pleasure of working with 2 people who are here, Vianney Godoy and her husband, Belter, over there, who are part of the story of who helped me launch my career, really. They're the people that trusted in me to be able to lead them in this restaurant. And then eventually I ended up opening up what is now called Manka, Food Service Consulting and Design. So Manka really started, the rebranding of that process actually started with ALX back in 2021. I had the pleasure of participating in their technical assistance programs back in 2021. And I had the pleasure of having Liday Renfrijo over there as my mentor. I took the risk. I was asked, do you want it in English or in Spanish? And I was like, well, I'm more dominant in English, but I'm going to strengthen that Spanish language, and I'm going to do the whole entire technical assistance in Spanish. And that was huge. That connected us. And that allowed me to be able to go through that technical assistance and eventually be able to rebrand, be able to really analyze my finances, and be able to grow. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the growth that we've had. So ever since that moment, we went from a team of 3 to 3 full-time employees to 7 full-time employees with now 2 part-timers. We've also been able to not only expand outside of the area, we're based in Lynn, but outside of the greater Boston area, but also to other states as well as New Hampshire, Rhode Island, but as well as Miami. And right now we are actually working with our first international client in Medellin, Colombia, designing an industrial kitchen. And we're... I would say ALX has really been a huge push for us to be able to really organize and really give ourselves the push. I still remember, like it's yesterday, when I sat down with Liday and also JC Morales, who was offering the consulting through Surfside, and he said something that impacted me. He said that, based off of what I was doing, I was on a sinking ship, and he was right. And that was the motivation that I needed to be able to take that turn and really be able to say, if I'm going through this, having been educated here and having a lot of resources, being able to speak multiple languages, I can only imagine what other people are going through. So as an immigrant, I wanted to make sure that we had an ethical stance to be able to not only help out restaurant entrepreneurs, food entrepreneurs, but also to be able to give them as many resources as possible. And that is also not just consulting, but execution, design, build, project management, being able to get access to capital. And a lot of these things I couldn't have done without partners that we have here, which is Eastern Bank, as well as we have Tomasa Pujol from Golden Builders, who is the reason why we were able to launch that build part of our business. Without her, we would not have been able to expand in that area. My team, Talia, who is my life partner, who was there with me during the COVID eras, filling out all these submittable applications at like 12 midnight, has been the support system, as well as Ana, who is not here. She's on vacation. Juliana, we have Lucas, Diana, Johan, who supports us from Colombia. He is our remote employee, designs all of our spaces. Camila, Felipe, and Blanca. And of course, I would say I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't because I had the two languages. So I want to thank my mother, who actually assisted me and always pushed me to be able to maintain my native tongue, right, which was Spanish. And without that, I wouldn't be able to have been facilitated the ability to work with so many Latino businesses in their language. The reason why we exist is really to be able to create a ripple effect. The ripple effect is going to be for us to be able to help these businesses not only expand their businesses, be able to have the ability to grow their businesses, but also to be able to create a business where maybe their kids would be able to learn the entrepreneurial journey and be able to maybe at some point grow up to be an entrepreneur themselves, be able to be a senator, to be able to have so many different doors open for them just because their parents were able to operate a restaurant and be able to put food on the table and also be able to grow that restaurant. That is a ripple effect we hope to make, because that's a ripple effect people have done for me to be able to put me in this position. So I want to thank everyone here. I want to thank you to Amplify. I know it must Amplify Lagness, but we are ALX. Yes, and I want to thank you so much for opening the doors for us, because we have always appreciated the fact that there has been so many doors that have been opened for us in the last couple of years, and we don't take that lightly. As somebody who not only, like I mentioned, immigrated here, but also is the chair of the North Shore Latino Business Association, as well as the president of the Massachusetts Latino Restaurant Association, which Camila is here helping us out. We are here not only advocating for Manka, but also advocating for the small business entrepreneur in the food area, an area that is typically very highly affected. So we're here to support them, and we take this award very proudly. And I want to thank everybody here, and I appreciate the recognition.
Felicidades a todos.